Hello everyone, I'm Tanya Agarwal and I will be dealing with a question from the section of cardiovascular system, blood and bone marrow. The book I will be using is Anatomy, Histology and Cell Biology Pretest Self-Assessment and Review 4th edition. So our question for today is that a cell labeled A is best described as which of the following? Our options are myeloblast, proerythroblast, metamyelocyte, myelocyte and promyelocyte. Please pause the video if you want to solve this by yourself. Okay, so this whole process is basically known as granulopoiesis, right? And it is a part of something which is known as hematopoiesis. Now, what is hematopoiesis? Hematopoiesis is basically the production and formation of blood cell and blood plasma. Granulopoiesis is a part of hematopoiesis, and that is the production and formation of granulocytes. What are granulocytes? Granulocytes are neutrophils, eosinophils, and basophils. Now, judging from the last stage, we can see that the nucleus is bilobed, so it is safe to say that it's a eosinophil. So basically what we are dealing with here is eosinophilic development. Okay, now there are different stages. So let me just name them. The first one is known as a myeloblast. The second one is known as a promyelocyte. The third one is known as a myelocyte. Fourth one is metamyelocyte. Fifth one is known as the eosinophilic band stage. And the sixth one is known as the mature eosinophilic stage. Right. So let's start correlating it with the figure that is given to us. So the first stage, the myeloblast, is this one. That is basically our answer, but we'll go through all the stages just to build a concept. So you can see here that very little cytoplasm is in this cell. Most of the area is occupied by the nucleus, and the nucleus has two prominent nucleoli, right? And there are no granules here. As we can see, it's a completely empty cell, like no granules, I mean. The second stage is something which is known as promyelocyte, and as we can see that the granules are starting to appear little by little. They are very primitive granules. They're not exactly very differentiated and functional right now, and we can see that the cytoplasm is still less, nucleus is still big, and but the two nucleolus, they are a little less prominent now than as compared to the first stage. The third stage is a myelocyte, this one, and we can see that the nucleus is still there, the granulocytes are still differentiating and all. The fourth stage is known as metamyelocyte. Now this stage is very important because this is the stage where the invagination of nucleus starts. Invagination of nucleus means that the nucleus is trying to separate or expand, sort of. It is not exactly going to separate, but it will try to expand, and most of the mass is going to, of the nucleus is going to get accumulated in two areas. Okay, so this is the metamyelocyte, and the granules, we can see they are still differentiating, but the nucleus is now starting to become a little flat in shape. Then the next stage is eosinophilic band stage, and it's called a band stage because see, the nucleus is now so flat that it's almost like a band, and now we can see that the cytoplasm is filled with granules. They're still not exactly very perfectly functional, but they have definitely grown in number. We can see that they have occupied almost the entire cytoplasm. The last stage is the mature eosinophil, and this is the stage where we can see that the nucleus has divided into a bilobe nucleus, but still they are separated here. It's not a 2N cell thing, but it is still there. It is still connected. Those two are still connected. It's not that condition. Okay, so yeah, that was about the figure. Now just to enumerate the extra facts about eosinophil, just to conclude. So eosinophils are basically a type of leukocytes. There are different types of leukocytes. We know that there is a lymphocyte, which is again of two types, T lymphocytes and B lymphocytes. We have neutrophils, we have basophils, we have monocytes, and we have eosinophils, of course. Okay, so eosinophil is a type of leukocyte or WBC, and its functions include phagocytosis, though as not as much as neutrophils, but still it performs phagocytosis. The second thing is that it releases something which is known as histaminase. We know that during allergic reactions, basophil and mast cells, they release histamine, right? This thing, histaminase, is secreted in response to the histamine that is related. So this basically is also helps in anti-inflammation. Okay, so that were the three basic roles of eosinophils. Now, lastly, we can see that we can also use elimination method here. So the second option, that is the pro-erythroblast, is not even related to this. That's erythroblast. That's RBC. It's not at all relevant to our question. So that is anyway ruled out. Then we have myeloblast. So myeloblast was this stage, which is the answer we know. The metamyelocyte was this stage, very important because the nucleus was starting to invaginate. Myelocyte, which is this stage, and promyelocyte, which is this stage. So anyway, our answer is option A, myeloblast. So if you want to take a look at the answer, you can pause. That's it for this video. I hope you found it useful. Thank you so much.